As some of you might know, I do a lot of trimming and videos and stuff for Instagram, and I take them from YouTube videos that I've made previously. Instagram has a limit of 1 minute per video, and sometimes trimming them in an accessible way can be a little difficult. I don't know what everyone else uses, and I would like to learn other methods like Reaper and iMovie, but I use Quicktime, and so this is a very quick demo about how I use Quicktime to trim videos on the Mac using VoiceOver. Don't worry about the speed of the speech, I will explain every process that I'm going to do. So first of all, I've got this video and I'm going to open it in QuickTime by doing command down arrow. It's in my downloads folder now.
Open selection. QuickTime player. Don't misbehave.mp4 window. Play / pause toggle button.
If I press play, you'll hear the beginning of the track here.
Select play / pause toggle button.
Okay,
play
cool.
pause toggle
Let me go to the end of the window because I want to see how long this video actually is.
Total duration 2:36.
2 minutes 36 seconds. So ideally, I could either take the first 60 seconds or anything in between, or the end or whatever. But what I would like to do is to take the last 1 minute and 36 seconds so that it goes for a minute. So what I'm going to do
4 seconds.
is move this slider, which is, I'm not in the trim section yet, but I'm going to show you about that in a minute. This slider is just the normal slider that goes up when the track is playing or whatever. And I'm going to jump to 1 minute 36 seconds. So I'm going to interact with it.
In slider.
And I'm going to just do voiceover right.
43 seconds.
And all that sort of thing.
1 minute 14 seconds. 1 minute 22 seconds. 1 minute 29 seconds. 1 minute 37 seconds.
Oh.
1 minute 34 seconds.
Was it 236?
1 minute 36. 1 minute 30 out of slider 236.
Yes.
1
Okay.
minute,
So
36.
what I did to go the small increments was to use voiceover shift and left and right. And if you heard me being a bit hesitant there, it's because my iPhone started talking to me in the background and I went and tapped it so it shut up. So yeah, I'm not inept, I promise. So I've got to where I want it to be.
136. 1 minute 36 seconds. Timeline slider.
Timeline slider. So now I do command and T for this trim dialog.
Trim. Don't misbehave.mp4 window. Document
And
actions.
we'll look and see what's in this window.
0%. Timeline selection start time slider.
There are 3 sliders here. Timeline selection start slider, which will be the one that it gets moved.
61.8%. Timeline current time slider.
Current time,
0%,
61.8%, 61.8%. And the last one is the timeline end.
100%. Timeline selection end time slider.
Now, if I was going to take the first 60 seconds of it, I would leave this first slider here
0%.
exactly where it is. And then I would move the last one,
100%. Timeline selection end time slider.
the timeline selection end slider, to wherever that value needs to be. And you can't just guess it. Because as you hear, for example, this 236 is not going to be just 50% because that's not halfway through the piece. So I want a minute of video and audio, so I need to find out what to do. So that's why I always move the slider in the first window to be where I want it to be.
61.8%. Timeline.
So 61.8. I now need to move my first slider to as close to 61.8 as I can get it. And I can't get it any more precise than a non-decimal point value. So it's going to have to be 62%. Meaning that my video will be slightly shorter than a minute, like 59 or 58 seconds. We'll see afterwards. Now, there is a quirk with this first slider.
0%. Timeline selection
I'm
start.
going to move it. I'm going to interact and I'm going to move it. And it's going to bounce right back out again. Watch this.
In slider. 5%. Timeline selection start time slider.
It's moved out and it's uninteracted. And if you don't know to expect that, it's annoying every single time.
Play / pause toggle button.
So I've gone voiceover left, which should have taken it to 0, but it doesn't.
5%. Timeline selection start time
So
slider.
I have to re-interact with it, and now it doesn't do it anymore.
Slider.
Now I can go in 5% increments until I get to where I want to be. 61.8, wasn't it? I believe. And then I will have to go 62.
10%. 15%.
And it
20%.
moves very slowly. Look,
25%.
if I hold my finger on the cursor,
40%.
it's very slow.
45. 50. 55. 60%.
Okay, 60. So let me go now voiceover shift right twice,
61%. 62%.
and then I'm going to press enter. And what that has done is taken me out of the trim dialog, although it doesn't say so.
Out of button.
And I'm going to stop interacting.
Fast forward button. Show external
And
playback
let's
menu.
see
button.
how long the selection is.
Share button. Midnight. 1 minute 36 seconds. Timeline 059.
059. So that is the length of my now trimmed selection.
Total duration and remaining time.
Selected.
Toggle button 059.
So what you need to do is to find the shortest period of your selection. And these things move around every now and then. So if you don't get it right the first time, and I didn't, it took me a long trial and error to understand how this QuickTime window actually works and looks. Just mess with it until you do. Just keep saving under new names and whatever else. If you're not sure whether these numbers are what you think they are,
1 minute 30 midnight.
now, like that one says midnight. And what I think that actually means is
1 minute in slide 1 minute 36 seconds. 1 minute 39 seconds.
yeah, it is actually. So the slider where it says, the text where it says midnight, which is actually O:00, it's thinking it's a time,
Out of slide 003.
is actually where this first slider here that we're looking at, the main fast forward and, the play slider,
1 minute 39 seconds.
is actually. So even though it says 1 minute 39, because my start trim is actually a minute 36, it can't go further back than 1 minute 36 seconds now. Do you see? So if I go in and try to move it before 136,
Slider.
it's just not going to do it.
1 minute. 36. 1 minute.
So I can only move it up from here. So that first number, midnight, 00:00, is in fact the start of the selection. So that is kind of useful as well. Okay,
Out of slider.
so now there are two things you can do. You can do Command Q and just give it a name, or you can do Command W, give it a name, or you can go into the file menu and choose save. There might even be a Command S for that. Is there? No.
Save.
Oh
As.
yeah, there is.
Title.mp4.
So I'm just going to call it trim for ease of use. Trim.
Selection replaced. T. Cancel button. 1 minute. 36 seconds.
Right, let me close and reopen this video now because I think I'm still in the original one. Let me see if I am. I'll do voiceover F2.
Trim.mp4 window.
Oh, actually, no, it's switched to that. So now let's see if we have the right time, the right length of video at the end of the window.
Toggle 059. 1 minute. 36 seconds. Midnight.
Oh, it's still showing
button.
that. So let me close QuickTime with Command Q
Finder. Trim.mp4.
and open that, which is the next file in my downloads directory.
Open selection.
Right, that's now reopened.
QuickTime player.
And let's go to the end of the window.
Toggle 059. 0 seconds. Timeline. Slide 059.
So now we definitely know that my trim selection is 59 seconds long. So that's great. I can now upload that to Instagram and off I go. So that's it. I hope you found that useful.
0 midnight. Share button. Show external.
Here,
Fast forward.
I'll give you a
Play
bit
slash pause. Toggle
of
button.
what it sounds like when I play this, and I'll fade away. Thanks for listening,
Select play slash pause. Toggle button.
and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.